Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome to episode 4 of Fabulous by 40, my revival year. The year in my life from when I turned 39 until my 40th birthday, where I am taking those 365 days and getting my life to the place that I have been trying to get it to for the last, 5, 6, 7, 10 years now. And this year we're going to do it, and I am determined to do it and take you along with me for the ride. And every other week you're going to be getting actual real-time updates of how I'm doing reaching my goals. I have an entire list of 40 by 40 things that I want to achieve. Some are progressive goals that I make progress on throughout the year. Some are one and done goals, and it is now officially January, my friends. We have made it to the new year, and so this is my first video of the new year, and it is time. It is time to actually buckle down and do the thing. Fabulous by 40 started on November 14th, 2025. And then of course, holidays and everything and like the gearing myself up and all of that had to happen too, right? Now, the really good thing about having an annual goal, like a goal that gives me an entire year to achieve, is there's going to be ebbs and flows throughout them, right? And I love that because that gave me permission to kind of still chill, still embrace the holiday and whatnot, and then be able to buckle down in January, which I'm very, very excited to do. So here we are. It is January. It's episode 4. And I actually wrote down the progress that I have made so far, because even though I haven't gotten the ball rolling very rapidly down the hill, for lack of a better analogy, I have been doing some things. And I'm going to share with you the update as it stands now. First of all, if you're new here, if you just found me, hello, my name is Brianna. I am the diva behind Diva and the Divine, and I am en route to turning 40 on November 14th, 2026, and that is why this series exists. I am a homemaker, a dog mom, a wife, and a YouTuber and content creator, and I am so very glad that you are here with me today for this adventure. This channel has really kind of evolved into me sharing my journey through life, through the ups and downs, through various diet plans, through health coaching, through all of the things. And ultimately, it ends up being a chronicle of how I'm experiencing life and sharing with you the things that are working for me and the things that aren't. So you might be able to take any and all of that advice and do with it as you see fit for your life. So if that's something you're interested in, I'd love to have you as a part of the Diva and the Divine community. Go ahead and click that subscribe button, join our team, and let's get started. So here's really where we're at. It is January. It's time to get started, right? I just want to go in, and if you want to see the entire list, and it's not even an entire list, at the time of my filming the original 40 by 40 video, I had 22 out of the 40 by 40 options listed. I hadn't decided what all 40 of them are. Now I have like 27 or 28, but most of them I put in a couple of like weight loss milestones in there as opposed to just general a weight loss goal. I also put in like specific scale numbers to add 4 or 5 more line items because I was really starting to not have any better ideas, right? I also added get a garage freezer because that is a bucket list item that I have. I would like an additional freezer in my garage. With that freezer, I'm going to be able to do things like food prep more, have more of what I want on hand, all of those things, because who doesn't love having extra freezer space, especially when you shop at places like Costco and Sam's Club. So that is actually one of my like to-do list big items for the year. And I'm kind of excited for when we actually get that done. So I did add a few more things to the actual 40 by 40 list. Here's the progress I have made thus far, my friends. My goal is to upload 140 videos from November 14th to November 14th. By the way, the end of my first quarter is Valentine's Day. So you have like a little bookmarker there. Valentine's Day is the end of my Q1. I have uploaded, thanks to Vlogmas, 26 out of the 140 videos necessary. And that is a really solid start, if you ask me, because I still have 6 weeks to accomplish quite a few of them. I didn't actually do the math, but I'm gonna be perfectly on track. I want to read 40 books in the next year, and in our last check-in, I don't think I had any, and now I have 4, which gives me 10% done. Now, to be fair, they were like short novella type things, but I'm counting everything. And if I end up over because a couple of my books were short novella type things, then I'm over and it'll all even out in the end. One of the books I'm also going to be finishing soon is literally the Bible. And that should count for like 4 books in and of itself. So I think it kind of all evens out in the end. But so far we are at 4, and I have, outside of the Bible, I have 2 books going at the moment. So we're just going to keep on. We're going to keep on keeping on with the reading goal. I'm very excited about it. I'm excited also to do things that are just, it's not just let me read serious nonfiction self-help type books, but I also want to throw in different fiction books and fun books and things of that nature as well to kind of keep things balanced and get re-engaged in reading on a reality leaving level instead of at a level that keeps me buried deep into reality and personal development. I do love that. I love personal development books and learning and growing and expanding my mind and getting tips and tricks and all of those things. But I also think it's important to re-engage in something like Harry Potter. Like living in like that fantasy world of let's pretend is also something that I need to do for my brain more. And so I want to make sure that I'm striking that balance within my goal. My step goal, I have a lofty goal by November 14th. I would like to do 4 million steps in a year. And I am currently, as of the filming of this video, at 441,754 out of my 4 million. That is 11% of the way to my goal. I am right on track with that. And for the fact that it is winter, I'm not outside walking. No, I have to be very intentional about the movement that I'm currently getting. And even through the holidays and even through the travel and even through some of the lazier days I have had, the restful and rejuvenating days I have had, I'm still staying on track with that goal, which is really exciting. I have a goal of every quarter blocking certain apps on my phone for 400 hours. And I am currently at 120 of the 400 hours blocked for the quarter. So that gives me 6 weeks to go ahead and get the rest of those in. And the last week or two, I've been very unintentional with my app blocking. Today's the first day I've been using my app blocker for more than a few minutes. In like a week or so. The app blocker I'm using, for those that are wondering, I am using what is called the Bloom card. It is a physical card that I of course don't have with me because I don't want it anywhere near where my phone is, because that means I have to go get it in order to unblock the apps. But it is essentially, it is a metal credit card sized thing. It looks like a credit card. I have one in my wallet, so I have one on the go. And what you do is you tell it what apps you want to block, and then you have to physically touch the card to your phone to activate and then subsequently deactivate the app blockers. And while you can get little 5-minute breaks, I have 3 currently set up, but you can do no breaks. You can be really strict and be like, you absolutely get 0 breaks, or you can do as many as 3 breaks per focus session. Outside of that, if you want your apps back for more than 5 minutes at a time, and when your breaks are up, they're up, you have to touch the card to your phone again. And I love that. I have 1 in a drawer downstairs. I have 1 in my lingerie chest in my closet, and I have 1 in my wallet. That was my treat to myself for Black Friday, is I knew that they were on sale and they were a much better deal than the brick. And I like that it actually holds my stats for me, so I can actually see how I'm doing and get this number for you very easily, which is really nice. So I'm actively working on that. And today, I did the thing where I have been using the game that my husband and I have been playing as an exception. And when all my other apps are blocked, I have not been blocking that app. Today, I added that app to the block list because I needed to add that app to the block list. I was just constantly opening it and checking it and looking in the chat. And I was like, this is becoming very unnecessary. And while I want to stay engaged in the game, I do not want it to be eating up my time like it has been. So I added that to the block list. It is currently blocked on my phone. I can take a 5-minute break to check in, and that's it. And I'm loving it. I have a goal of completing my last 4 Conqueror Challenge virtual medals for my Harry Potter races. That means I have book 4, 5, 6, and 7 left to do, which means I have to finish book 4 by Valentine's Day. And I am currently 21.29 miles in out of the 17.19 miles that I have to do. So I have to keep on trucking along with that. The way that works for me is intentional movement only is what applies to my my getting that virtual medal. For those of you that don't know, virtual medals, you can sign up for like these races, but you can take them at your own pace. So this medal is 70 something miles, and I'm obviously not going to do 70 miles in one go. So every 5K I do on the elliptical, or even 20-minute workout I do on the elliptical tracks how far I've gone in comparison. It tells me how far it thinks I've gone, whatever the case may be. Accurate, not accurate, I follow it regardless. And I apply that to my app. So I'll open the app when I'm done on the elliptical, punch in my distance, and that will count towards my goal. When it gets nicer outside and I'm outside intentionally taking walks, I track my distance. That will count towards my goal. What does not count is the day-to-day step count. That is a different goal, but some of it is just, most of it actually is not intentional movement. It's just daily action movement. And I want these medals to specifically be about me getting intentional movement in. And then apparently I wrote down that I have 29 out of the 40 by 40 items actually written down. So what does that mean? I mean, I'm making good progress. I'm making very good progress for not feeling like I have made a lot of progress since November. This is really, I'm sitting in the middle of the week between Christmas and New Year's, and it really is like this weird elusive week where like, what does time even mean? We're staying up later. I'm sleeping in later. It's snowing. There was a blizzard, so like I haven't been going to the grocery store. We have leftover cookies for days, literally for days and days, because my sister made 11 different types of cookies, or I guess she didn't make the Christmas crack. So it was 10 different types of cookies. We took a bunch home. We got a bunch of candy from Albany. So there's just food and deliciousness everywhere. And so it's that weird week between Christmas and New Year's where you're like, I don't know what day it is, time it is, what to eat. My body's confused, all of those things. So I've really felt like I haven't been doing anything to make progress, but being able to write down all of these stats for you proves otherwise. I have been making progress, which is a really nice feeling. So what does that mean going forward? Okay, so it is the new year. Happy 2026. Happy New Year, my friends. It is time to get this ball really, truly rolling, okay? I will have another video. The next video coming out will be a video all about my 2026 annual goals. And I've put a lot of thought into them. I really utilized ChatGPT to help me kind of think through them and organize them in a way that felt meaningful and good. And I'm very excited about them. So make sure you watch that video when it comes out, because I'm very excited. And those goals are going to tie directly into my 40 by 40. And again, the result of reaching those goals, the result of reaching these goals, the entire goal, the umbrella goal, is to be able to walk into my 40s feeling, looking, being the best version of myself that I can be. So I'm so excited for that. But from here, what does it mean that I have to start being intentional about starting now, other than everything, right? So here are my to-do list items, especially for the next 2 weeks, okay? Which is the next time you'll see me for this topic. So I have to gather all of the numbers necessary for all of my YouTube analytics goals. In my 40 by 40, I have increased my revenue by X, my subscribers by X, my engagement or my views or something by X. In order to know what X is, or in order to know what like Y is, you need to know what to multiply by X. You know what I mean? If I say I want 4 times the amount of revenue, I need to know what the revenue number I'm comparing it to is. So this week I do have to sit down and I have to figure out what all of my beginning numbers actually are, so I can go forward from there and figure out what the final numbers are, so I know what goal I'm trying to reach. I have a bunch of goals for doing something X number of days, and I need to start doing those things, including fasting days, glam days. Today counts. I got a glam day today. I'm so excited. Social media free days. And then I also need to start making new recipes. I'm very excited about, I just got for Christmas the King Arthur's Baking School book and some rings to make my own English muffins. I was influenced by Tyler Braun, who apparently swears by this book. He's like, every recipe I have tried is amazing. It teaches you a lot and the food is good. And I was like, yes, absolutely. I need to learn how to do this because I want to be cooking and baking more. Not just baking for like, oh, look at all the sweet treats I can make, but like genuinely baking like bread and my own English muffins and figuring out how to get like the fiber fortified versions of things, but not store-bought, maybe make them myself. What does that mean? Do I need to start milling my own flour? Does it not need to go that far? I don't know, but I would love to find out. And so I saw this book and I was like, this seems like a really great book for me to have. So I got it for Christmas. I'm very excited about it. And I have a goal of my 40 by 40 to try making, cooking, baking, whatever, 40 new recipes, recipes that I have not tried before. And while it is so easy, especially when you're on a weight loss journey and a dieting journey, it is so easy to default to same old, same old. It's easy, it's tried and true. You know it works, you know you like it, why change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But it also gets boring. And so this 40 new recipes goal is going to help me be able to tap into creativity and cooking and an offline activity, as well as finding new and exciting ways to nourish my husband's and my bodies. Because I don't want to just be baking sweet treats. I want to add some new sweet treats to my repertoire. Yes, of course, I do love to bake, but I want to find good cooking recipes, healthy recipes, nourishing recipes that I can add to our repertoire as well, that is going to help us lose weight and be the healthiest versions of ourselves. And I think there's a nice balance there that can be achieved, and I'm very, very excited to achieve it. So all in all, I'm feeling pretty good about rolling into 2026. My goals have been set. I'm currently actively, as I see 3 different planners open on my desk, I'm working on getting myself all set up so I feel equipped to do the new year. And it's a very exciting time. So that is my update on my Fabulous by 40, my revival year. The official year that the revival is completed in is now upon us, my friends, and I could not be more excited. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye.